any deity of Swamiji's. Right now, we all received the darshan, right? Sit in that space. Bring any deity of Swamiji and connect in deep oneness. Just declare and manifest that as a reality. Just declare, and you don't have any expectation. I should get this. I should get that. No, just say, Swamiji, give me whatever you want to give me. You just connect to the deity. Swamiji will manifest the prasadam for you. It could be kumkum, basma, jnananjana. Whatever Swamiji manifests is the gift he is giving for you. Please tap.
Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham Om 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 Nityananda Paramashivoham Paramashivoham Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham Om Nityananda
Please relax.
Paramashivoham
I request all of you to share your experience. How many of you have manifested? See, what is the experience you're having when you just sit with Swamiji? When you sit with the deity, when you connect? See, the power of feeling connection. Just Guru Bhakti itself has its own independent ability to make you experience that ultimate, that divine, whatever you say. And it'll enable you to harness that to create what you want as reality. Now, all of us are going to be entering into the next session, which is a very, very interesting one. Swamiji, we've all learned about different definitions, simple integrity, simple obedience, all of it, right, from morning till now. The ultimate manifestation of this, the personification of whatever Swamiji spoke from morning till now is Swamiji. And In his incarnation, Swamiji, after Swamiji assumed the body, Swamiji played the role of Guru, of God, of friend, father, mother, everything in all of our lives. But Swamiji embodied the role of a disciple as a young avatar in Tiruvannamalai. What we're going to be listening to now is a very, very special session because we're going to be witnessing how Paramashiva manifested as Arunagiri Yogeshwara, the ultimate Guru, and Paramashiva manifested as the ultimate disciple as Swamiji to show all of us what an ideal Guru-disciple relationship is like. In the next session, it's going to be a very, very interesting one. All of you will enjoy it a lot. In this session, we're going to be listening to Swamiji's experience with Arunagiri Yogeshwara. Let us all enter into this session.
You all have reached enough level of completion to mirror exact the neuron activity happening in my brain. So understand, please listen, all of you have reached enough level of completion to mirror whatever is happening in my brain, the neuron activity. Now, when I am narrating this experience, I wanted to tell you with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching and causing. I'll tell you the exact truth. As it happened, authentically. When I am going to narrate, that same experience, I will be letting it happen in my brain. I will be letting that same experience, that same neuron activity happen in my brain. So just sit and listen from the space of feeling connection. You will see the same neuron activity just mirroring in your brain. Understand? All of you are clear? Please listen. It was around the age of 11 and a half, before my enlightenment experience. Maybe 11. One day, as usual, I was going around the temple. So early morning, 4:30, the temple elephant will carry the water pot for the deity's bath, sacred bath. It will go crossing the street where we used to live. From my family temple, it will go to the main temple. My whole family and the community was very closely associated to temple and its administration. So from my family temple, that water pot will go every morning on the elephant. They will be beating the drums and all that. The moment I hear that sound, actually I would have woken up much earlier, but the moment I hear that sound, I will be joining the team and going and opening the temple. And the night, when the deity is put to bed, Only then I will come, and then after that I have 2-3 other appointments, going and seeing Ram Surat Kumar, spending little time with him in the cremation ground. He used to live in the cremation ground for quite a long time. Then he moved near the temple on small house. Wherever he is, I will go and sit with him and spend time with him. And then late night I will come back to the house. So one day, when I was going around the temple, behind the main shrine, there is a small 4-pillared hall structure. And below that structure, there is a small kind of a cave structure. That's also a small 2-pillared structure. It can be said as cave, looks like cave. Suddenly I saw one young sadhu walking out of that cave place. This is the small cave out of which that young sadhu walking out. See this 4-pillared structure and the small 2-pillared structure. From that small 2-pillared structure, one young sadhu walked out. I used to think it was a cave because of the darkness inside. Young sadhu walked out. If I have to describe his beauty and grace, young, well built, long hair with the sacred ash on the face and kumkum and rudraksha, only one dhoti in the hip and only one towel on the shoulder, bare chest, whole body was literally shining. Shining means really shining. Glowing in the golden color. Maybe I can equate this photograph. I can't say exactly like this photograph because in this photograph they painted him more bluish. When I saw him, it was not bluish. It was more a golden color. And there was no snake around his neck or a moon around his neck. Just a very normal human form. But an extraordinary grace. The towel was only up to the lower knee level, not the whole dhoti, lower knee level, and one towel on the, you can't call that as a full dhoti, little smaller than dhoti, and one towel on the shoulder, rudraksha, rudraksha in the hands also, shining. Hair was left free, but it was so beautiful, you can feel it is almost like a Dakshinamurti's jata. It was standing on its own beautifully. Long hair. And the main thing I have to tell, wide smile. The moment I saw him, I went and touched his feet. Any sadhu I see, I will go and touch the feet, and now such a graceful sadhu. I ran and touched his feet. He smiled at me and very loving way just put his hand on my head. First sight itself I experienced that deep feeling connection. Such a strong, deep feeling connection. As usual, I have regular questions for any sadhus I see. You are from where? Who is your guru? And what do you do? Have you achieved enlightenment? In Tamil I used to ask, Atma Sakshatkara aayiricha ungalukku? Means have you achieved the enlightenment experience? And can you teach me? My usual questions. I started asking some my same usual questions. He smiled and he started answering. Other than the question, who is your guru? He answered everything. And then some ordinary topics. Those days the ordinary topics means what? When is the next Utsavam in the temple? Why are they not putting enough flowers on the deity nowadays? Which Utsavam, when they are celebrating, why they are celebrating, why they are not celebrating. These are our gossips. The whole city will have gossip only about temple. Whether you talk good things or bad things, it will all be about temple. Good things will be, oh, nowadays lot of crowd is coming for the temple. Bad thing will be, why they are not maintaining the temple properly. That's all will be the maximum rumor, gossip we know. And all these small talks I was having. He was also sitting and having all these small talks with me. And who is who in the town? Who is doing what? I don't know how. The day one itself we became so intimate, so close. It's not that he spoke only about Vedanta, enlightenment, the techniques to achieve enlightenment and science of enlightenment, Advaita. He even spoke who is going with whom, who is doing what. Somehow I became very close, intimate. Within one day, if I have to give the essence of my first meeting with him, I won't call Advaita, I won't call enlightenment, I won't call spirituality, I won't call I met a guru and all that. I'll only say, essence of that first day meeting is friendliness. He radiated. God. The amount of friendliness I felt with him, that love I felt with him. Love is a too poor word, stupid word sometimes. Friendliness, that seems to be more right word. Friendliness to the extreme, to the extent, even when I am sitting next to him, I'll feel like I'll put one of my finger on him, on his body, on his leg, or on his hand. I'll just put one of my finger on him. Just want to be touching him. Or I'll just hold his little finger. I'm sitting and talking. One thing I wanted this to be on record. I don't want to say only I saw him, because when I was sitting and talking, the watchmen who walk in that area, or one or two people who come there to fetch water from the temple tank, they all did not look at me very weird. See, if I was sitting and talking alone, they would have looked at me very weird. They did not look at me very weird. The way they looked at me, I am sure he was seen even by them, not just by me. This sadhu whom I am talking about, he was not just seen by me, even they have seen him. I don't know how they saw him, but they were not looking at me weird. See, if you are sitting alone and talking, people who walk around, they will naturally look at you weird. You will know by how they see you, they are looking at you weirdly or just casually. I don't remember any of them talking to him or he talking to them back. But I remember very clearly few people were walking. Many times when I was sitting and talking with him, few people will walk here and there. They won't look at me like I am sitting alone and talking. They will just see as if two people are sitting and talking, and they will walk. They will go. And the exact spot where he was sitting and I was sitting with him and speaking, you can see. That's the exact spot where he used to sit. I used to sit and speak. He will sit on the step where I am sitting now, and I will sit one step below. Sometimes he will sit the upper step, one step above. I will sit where I am sitting now. But in these few steps only we will usually sit. And those days that grill gate was not there. Anyhow, this is where we used to sit. So the day one, the essence from my memory I can collect. The essence of day one's meeting was extraordinary friendliness. It was not all about Advaita, all about spirituality, all about enlightenment. Even though my questions were all about enlightenment, he was not speaking only about enlightenment. He was making jokes, comments, funny observations about various things. I am not able to remember that every statement by statement, sentence by sentence, but one thing I can recollect is that extraordinary friendliness he radiated and the space he gave me. I did not even feel like asking him when I started holding his toe or his little finger. I slowly put my hand on his toe and see how he responds. And I have never seen him resisting, so I'll just hold his toe. I used to think the more you are touching his body, more energy will pass. Like electricity connection. That's a belief I had, and he was so friendly. Not only he did not resist, he entertained. That's the exact word I should say, he entertained. So first day I went up to holding the toes. I did not want to irritate him also. And sitting holding his toes. I think I was sitting his right side. So I was holding his left toe. He was sitting folded legs. I was holding his left toe. That is why I got Devi's grace first. Left side is Devi's. Na. So it became late night. And I remember the watchman telling in Tamil, Samingla, Enchiponga, time achi, koil putno. So with this word, I can be sure that he was seen even by the watchman, because the watchman addressed in plural. He said, "Oh Swamis, go out, we will have to lock the temple. Go to your home, we have to lock the temple." So he did not address as a Swami, he addressed as Swamis. "Oh Swamingla," means he was also seeing him. That is why he addressed as both Swamis. Go out, we will have to lock the temple. Then I looked at him and told him, "Where are you staying?" He said, "I am staying in the temple only." But actually, some of the sadhus were staying in the temple at that time. They were all having their own small caves. I thought, he is also staying here in one cave. I said, "Okay, then I am going to the..." He said, "All right, go to the house and take bath and sleep and do your puja and come back tomorrow." I told him, "If I come back tomorrow, can I see you?" He said, yes, anytime come here and call my name, I will come out. I am here only. And he showed the cave. I was thinking that as a cave at that time. So I went to the house. I tell you, just visualize when you fall in love first time and you are waiting to meet the person again next day morning, how the clock will not move. That is exactly I was feeling. I was sitting, every 10 minutes I will see the clock. I had one small alarm clock for me to get up and go to the temple. That clock will make such a noise. Everyone in the house will curse that clock and me early morning, every day. So I'll wake up and see the clock. It's only 12 o'clock. I'll lie down, sleep. Again, when I wake up and see the clock, it's only 12:10. Actually, I moved the needle. I wanted to make it as 4 o'clock. Because 4 o'clock they'll open the temple door. Then I thought, if I move only my clock, how can I make them open the temple? I waited. Around 2:30, 3 o'clock, I could not handle anymore. I ran and took bath, did all my puja. 4 o'clock, I came and stood in the street for the elephant to come to the temple. An elephant came as usual. It came around 4-5, but that 5 minutes I cannot tolerate. I can't handle. What happened to the elephant fellows? Nowadays they are not following the tradition properly. I cursed his father, his grandfather, his great-grandfather, his whole Vamsa. These fellows don't do anything properly nowadays. Finally, that elephant and all the team came. Only that day I was feeling this elephant is walking very slow. Finally, we reached the temple and they opened the temple gate. I ran to this cave where I met him. Usually I will run to the main Garbha Mandir, main sanctum, and have darshan, only then go anywhere. But today directly I ran. I called him Swami, Swami. Immediately he came out again. He sat. I was sitting and talking to him. I told him whole night I was thinking about you only. I saw his face expression. He was pleased, I think. He was smiling. And I saw him, that time itself he was dressed as usual, means one dhoti, saffron color, not the color exactly I am wearing, little light color, which we used to have earlier, that light color, and one towel on the shoulder. He was already ready with all his vibhudi and kumkum and rudraksha. I asked him, you finished your puja? That's the usual question. He smiled and he did not answer. Many of the questions you will just smile in a very mystical way or mischievous way. You can say both blunder of mystical and mischievous. Mischievous, mystical. So again, second day also I sat with him and we were speaking so many things. I remember whole day passed, and I also remember in a carrier, a single carrier vessel, in Tamil they call it Tukuvali. In that vessel he brought food and gave me the temple prasadam. It was a copper vessel, I still remember, with the cover. I ate. He also ate with me. He was clean shaven. Only hair in the head, long hair, but no moustache or beard. Clean shaven. Was looking very young. If I have to assess his age, it will be, I will surely assess less than 30. I can say 25 to 30. That is what I will assess. But well built and graceful. A tall figure. Very graceful, must be 6 feet tall and very graceful, well built. Again we were sitting and talking. More than talking, I know it was just spending time together. Today I got little courage, so I started holding his little finger. Only when he is talking, when he raises the hand to do some gesture, I'll shift my hand to his leg, his toe. Otherwise I'll be holding the hand. It went on for many days, weeks. In 10-15 days I can say, he became almost just breath of my life. My day is like whole day I'll be with him, whole night I'll be waiting for him, that's all. How many of you wait to come for the morning satsang to see me? Then all of you can understand what I am saying. You just wait for the next morning to happen, to rush and see him. I know, I wake up only to see him. When I wake up, he is there in my eyes. When I open my eyes, I want to see his form. When I close my eyes, his photo is there inside. I can say, he was my everything. Everything. One day in course of conversation, I was telling him the story, some incident about one of the great saintly enlightened disciple of Ramana Maharshi. That disciple used to write the teachings of Ramana Maharshi, and every day he will bring it and show it again to Ramana Maharshi. And if there is some mistake, spelling mistake or grammar mistake, Bhagavan will edit in his own hand, with his own handwriting. So, that sadhu, by the time actually I know his name, I asked his name, he said, Arunagiri Yogeshwara. I know his name by then. So I asked Arunagiri Yogeshwara, I was telling about this story, then Arunagiri Yogeshwara smiled and said, maybe that is the way that Swami was trying to get the handwriting of Ramana Maharshi in his notebook. And he also made a comment, just to get the Ramana Maharshi's handwriting, this Swami will make more and more mistakes. The moment I heard, immediately I thought I got a very brilliant idea. I thought I will also start writing and bring the notebook to you. You will pen down, you will write, I will keep your handwriting with me. And I did it. 2-3 notebooks and 1 or 2 diaries, where I will try to pen down in the night whatever I could remember we spoke, and then purposely make mistakes in writing and bring it to him next day. He will also read and smile, and purposely he knows I have done mistake purposely and he will write few lines, few words on it, and he will do editing, means like a crossing or adding. And I very clearly remember he has signed even once, Arunagiri Yogeshwara. So many things. We used to speak. Once I remember he told me that don't go around and tell everyone that you are every day meeting me and talking to me. I took that as an instruction. I never asked why. That was one good thing I had. If I accept somebody as my guru, that's all. I will simply surrender. No question of why, what and all that. Before accepting, I will ask all the questions. The moment I accept, after that no questions asked. That was my lifestyle. Everything was going well. He was never just a guru. He was far more than that. far, far, far more. He was much more than any fantasy you guys can have about Guru. He was just too much beyond any fantasy you can have about Guru and how you should be living with Guru. Whatever fantasy you guys may be having, how you should be living with Guru, I have lived 1,000 times more and beyond with him. He is the fulfillment of all existing and possible fantasies. That's the word I will utter. Existing and possible fantasies of a guru-disciple relationship. I have seen him materializing. I have seen him flying. I have seen him perform all types of miracles. I have seen him teaching me all these siddhis. While he teaches, he will perform and show. I have seen him bringing the moon directly in front of me. Understand, I am neither lying nor I am a brain deranged person. I am neither lying nor my brain is deranged. I am not telling you any stories. I am telling you the truth as it happened. I have heard about so many scriptures from him. Never he will take more than few minutes to explain any scriptures to me. Immediately he will show through some miracle or just like experience he will transmit. Any samyama he has to teach, he will just teach through experience. Whether the way he looks, sits, carries himself, or the words he utters, or the joy he radiates, or the friendliness he radiates, or the way he taught, everything is beyond fulfilling any possible fantasies. I have seen him making disappear the whole world other than both of us, or showing everything inside him. I have seen him showing Vishwarupa, that everything is he. So much he has transmitted to me. I don't know whether I will be able to transmit all that to humanity, at least put it in record. The time of next 126 years, I am going to be using this body. So much he has transmitted. So much he has taught. All was going well. Almost he became my life breath. and I'll even carry food from the house and he will eat. One day I told him, please you come to the house, my house. And he laughed and said, you come to the place where I am staying. House where I am staying. The moment he said, I know, wow, it's such an opportunity. I said, come on, take me. You only never took me. I told him, come on, take me. You never took me the house where you are staying. Take me to your room. I thought inside that cave only he is staying. He said, come on, let's go. He entered into that cave by bending, and I remember he just held my hand and pressed. Please understand, now I wanted to put this on record. First time when he pressed the hand, I lost body consciousness. All these days I was with him, I never lost body consciousness. First time I lost body consciousness. So, from this moment, whatever I am describing, I do not know whether physically I was part of that scene or I was taken out of my body and this experience happened. I am not able to be clear. Because the moment he pressed my hand to pull me inside the cave along with him, I lost the body consciousness. And even the scenes I remember after this were not like this worldly. He just walked into a cave and I also walked with him, and suddenly the cave opened and we came out and I saw a huge banyan tree, little bigger than our Biddi banyan tree. It was Arunachala hill, that much I can very clearly say. And the huge banyan tree. And maybe some 20-30 sadhus were sitting around the seat of the Guru. The seat of the Guru was empty. They were all sitting down, meditating. The moment he walked in, all of them got up and stood and did namaskar. The way they bowed down, I know he is the Guru of that area, means Guru of that group. He went and straight sat on the Guru's seat. The way he went and sat authoritatively, I know he is the Guru. And all of them are his disciples, very elderly sadhus with a long beard, just like you listen and see in the stories. How the Dakshinamurti used to be sitting under the banyan tree and all his old disciples used to sit. That's exactly the scene. I was the only small boy in that group, but I was looking around and seeing all of them. Maybe after some time, their attention turned on me and one person said, who is this person? Who is the only person without kavi here? Who is not a swami, sannyasi? That kind of it did not exactly meant I am not a sannyasi, or a person without having kavi. Something like that. Because I was with my school uniform. I remember very clearly that dark blue and light blue. Must be, because 11 means by the time I've already started going to the high school, 6th grade. So dark blue and light blue. That was the school uniform. And immediately that's all my Kundalini. I said, I may not be wearing kavi, I am also sannyasi only. And I saw Arunagiri Yogeshwara laughed. Then he said, then why you are not wearing kavi? I asked him, you give me. you give me kavi. He laughed and he looked. Immediately I saw one sadhu brought kavi cloth, and he himself tied that kavi cloth in my hip like a dhoti. He himself tied it. I still remember, just tied the cloth and hugged me. Gave energization, put his hand on my head. Naturally, the experience was just out of the world. I came and sat in the group. Now I felt one with that group, and group also felt one with me. They did not feel now I am an outsider. One good thing, still I have that cloth given by him. Still the cloth is there. Because the cloth is there, I feel the experience is either happened in the physical plane or a metaphysical plane which gets converted to physical plane. So I can say this experience from the metaphysical plane, when it settled down into the physical plane, the items given remained. That is why I feel the experience has become physical biomemory in me. It remains as a physical bioenergy. And after some time we were sitting and discussing, and all those great yogis and sadhus, they were all talking for a few minutes, and then they all sat in silence for a few minutes. He was sitting gracefully. I neither felt like asking any question nor felt like talking. I can say from my observation that tree looked very real because the leaves were there, fruits were there, the bird's sound I remember, birds were there, and in the breeze the tree was moving. So once it became little dark, late evening, he said, "Come on, let's go back to the temple." I said, "Okay." Again, he brought me back. While we entered the cave, again he was holding my hand. When we came out of the cave to the place exactly where we entered, there only he just left my hand. I saw when he left my hand only, I came to the physical awareness. So either he took my metaphysical body to his metaphysical space, or he took my physical body itself to that metaphysical space. In these two, any one is possible. Because the cloth is there physically with me, I feel it was physical happening, but because it was completely otherworldly, looked out of the world, I am not able to say it is only physical. I will explain why in the next continuously. That's all. Now my ecstasy is too much. The ecstasy is too much. That new kavi, oh God. I was running around here and there, showing everyone I got the kavi, I got the kavi, I got the kavi. He left me in the temple saying that you can go now, and he went away inside his cave. First person I ran was my guru, Mata Vibhudananda Devi, Vibhudananda Puri. Her name was Kuppammal, local name. I ran to her and showed, see, I have Kavi, I got Kavi. But I did not get the joyful response from her. She became too serious. I did not actually expect serious response from her. I thought she will be very happy. She became very serious and asked, who gave you this Kavi? I said, why? She said, giving Kavi means they gave you sannyas. Actually, she was waiting to give sannyas to me. And how did they give sannyas without asking your father and mother? Now your father and mother, your parents will ask only me. Who gave you the Kavi? I got little frightened. I told there is a sadhu in the temple. He gave me the Kavi. Take me to him. She started telling, no one will give you Kavi. You have stolen from some shop. Tell me that. Tell the truth. We will give it back to that shop. I will not tell your grandfather. My grandfather is well known in the city. In that village. So everyone will be afraid of my grandfather, mother's father. I won't tell your grandfather, otherwise I will tell your grandfather you have stolen from some shop. I got more frightened. Oh God, what is this? She is going to tell now, my grandfather I have stolen. I have not stolen, I only got it. Then I said, all right, I will take you to that Swami, come. He only gave me, I have not stolen in any shop. She held me in her hand. She really believed I was stolen in some shop. The kids, when they go here and there in the shop, they will steal little candy, they will steal little sugar. She thought I have stolen. I told her that no, I have not stolen. I never steal, don't you know? She has high regard for me, but I don't know why. She was also confused. She wants to verify directly. When I took her directly to that cave, and I started calling Swami, 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 he did not come out. Almost 9 months. I know him. He is around me. Never he missed coming out. He did not come out. That's all. I was shocked. One side I have to prove to her I have not stolen. Other side she is now making a big ruckus that I have been given sannyas without the parents' permission. I did not bother even about any of those things, but he is not coming out. That was too much. Then she just held my ears and started turning it. Tell the truth, where you have stolen, which shop you have stolen. That's why they will treat in the Indian villages, the kids will be treated. She's my guru, that is why I left it. I allowed her. I said, no, from this cave only that Swami came out. She dragged me and took near that cave and showed me, whom are you trying to cheat? Is this the cave? She pushed that stone and showed me. Only then I realized it was not a cave, it was a sealed, solid stone. Please understand. Only then first time I realized in that 9 months it was a solid stone construction. It was not a cave. That is why I doubt whether Arunagiri Yogeshwara taking me inside was a physical or metaphysical. Because I realized it is a stone construction, not a cave. Shock for me. She said, now I have no justification because I am not able to get Arunagiri Yogeshwara. I said it's a cave, it is not cave now anymore. I just stood. She was just turning my ears. I told her, stop, stop. And I pulled her right hand. I still remember. I told her, I promise in the name of Arunachalaleshwara on you, on me, I have not stolen this cloth, only Arunagiri Yogeshwara gave me. With that, I slapped on her hand. See, that is the usual way the kids will tell that, I swear. Swearing, I swear. That is the way I did that to her. In Tamil I said, அண்ணாமலையார் மேலேயும் ஓம் மேலேயும் என் மேலேயும் சத்தியம் பண்ணி சொல்கிறேன், அவர் தான் இந்த துணி கொடுத்தாரு, நான் எங்கேயும் திருடலை. I told her, on Arunachala, on you, on me, I promise. I did not steal in any shop. Arunagiri Yogeshwara only gave. He used to come out of this cave only. When I put my hand and did that satya, I can say maybe this is the first energy darshan I gave. No, the power of that experience was so alive. Maybe first time the brain, my neuron activity mirrored in her brain. Suddenly all her doubt, everything disappeared. All her doubt, skepticism, everything disappeared. Suddenly she kneeled down. I saw in her ears, in her eyes, the tears. Her ears, whole thing is completely listening to me. She said, "Unmaile solriyada? Are you telling the truth?" I said, "Yes." Now she has come to the space of listening to me. She is no more the doubting old lady. She asked, "Eppudra irundharu?" How he was looking. I described to her from where he came out. From this cave only he will come out whenever I call and he will go in. She asked, "Did you ask his name?" I said, "Yes, I asked." She asked, "What is the name?" He said. Now it's like my zone. Suddenly with all my confidence I said, he said, "His name is Arunagiri Yogeshwara." That's all. She fell at my feet. She literally fell at my feet. I was shaken because she is my guru. She fell at my feet and she was weeping profusely with tears. She said, then she got up and again she was kneeling down, said, "Really da? Unmaileva da?" I remember I put my hand on her head also and said, "Satyama Pati. உன் தலை மேல சத்தியமா சொல்றேன். மீன்ஸ் ப்ராமிஸ், ஐ ஸ்வேர் ஆன் யுவர் ஹெட், இட் இஸ் ட்ரூத். தட்ஸ் இட். மேபி ஐ கேன் சே இட்ஸ் a second energy session for her. She said, hey, we are all meditating for years and doing tapas just to see him once. You really saw him? He gave you the kavi? You spoke to him? Now she is a complete theist. She is completely able to receive the experience I was telling. Now, I have a big issue. He is not coming. I felt I breached the word he told me. He told me never to tell anybody. I feel because I told Kuppammal, he is not coming. He is angry. So I shouted, screamed, Swami, please come. Don't leave me like this. I will not do this mistake again. I will not tell anybody. Please don't be like this. But I could not see him coming out. One side when I remembered, she told me, Kuppammal told me, he is directly Mahadeva, Shiva. Living here in Arunachala. Ramana Maharshi talks about him. Great Siddhas have seen him. One side that was making my body just explode in joy, bliss. He himself came and gave kavi to me. Other side, now he is not coming. So that was just squeezing my heart. This bliss and joy and pain burnt both the karmas. I just dropped. I can say, by crying, I just slept away there itself. I should not even use the word slept. I fell into some state. I got lost. Anyhow, after some time, I think it was a late night, I was sleeping in the temple. I don't want to say sleeping, lying in the temple. The temple watchmen, they will come and wash the temple. He said, go and have darshan in the Garbha Mandir. They are going to close the Garbha Mandir. They are going to put the deity into the bed. Then come back and hold me the pipe. Hold the pipe for me to clean the floor. I said, okay, and I rushed. I was in that same space and state. I ran to the Garbha Mandir. I saw no priest was there, but Garbha Mandir was open. Those days, very few priests were in the temple. Many times, Garbha Mandir will be open and no priest will be there. The moment I entered the Ardhamandapa, the hall of the Garbha Mandir, to have darshan of the deity, the moment I looked up, I saw Arunagiri Ishvara sitting on the Shivalinga. He was just sitting on the Shivalinga. I could not control myself. I screamed, Swami, are you here? Why you did not come when I called? I was talking all this and I was rushing near to touch him. Even though we were not supposed to enter the Garbha Mandir. I don't think I have entered the Garbha Mandir, but I rushed towards him I don't remember whether I entered or not entered. I was not in that mood at all to follow the rule that I should not enter the Garbha Mandir and all that. I just want to touch him. I ran, stretched my hand to touch him. He also stretched his hand. The moment my hand touched his hand, exactly that moment, I experienced, I saw clearly, he is me, I am him. It was just pure oneness. Pure oneness. That unclutching has happened exactly at that moment. After that, neither I missed him, nor I saw him separately. That is the exact moment, experientially, the unclutching. The pure Advaita happened. Whatever words you may use, Advaita, Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, Shivoham, the experience of that pure oneness happened such a great truth. To tell you honestly, there is only one thing still I continue to learn. That is surrender. There is one thing in the cosmos which you can't say you finished learning. It is unending process. As I always say that enlightenment is final but not ultimate. Sorry, it's ultimate but not final. It's ultimate but not final, constantly happening. Surrender is ultimate but not final. When you surrender, the different qualities of the cosmos starts expressing in you. People come, surrender, they experience the beautiful, intense period of ecstasy and expansion. Suddenly, after a certain intellectual, emotional, being level expansion, unfortunately their intellect starts judging the very source to which they surrendered and the expansion happened. They start judging the master. And when they start judging means they are stuck with that expansion. Means the moment they lift their surrender, they hold the life, they remove the surrender, then the expansion, growth stops. They are just stuck. It's almost like having bridge which can be lifted to the other shore. First they make a bridge, that is what is surrender. Then from the master's side, so much of intelligence, energy, compassion, expansion, everything is sent to the disciple's side. When a disciple receives too much, suddenly his ego, it just starts judging the other side, the master's side. The moment you judge, the bridge of surrender is lifted. No more transportation is possible. No more receiving gifts is possible. You are stuck. But one nice thing with life is it forgives you. It waits for you. Even though you are stuck, when the sufferings happen in your life, understand, when you are stuck, whatever suffering is given to you is just a reminder. Suffering comes and you try to solve in all possible ways in the outer world, because the logic with which you judge the master is so strong, so arrogant. It tries to find its own solutions without bending, without resting, without putting the bridge again back. It just wants to say, no, I know, I'll handle, I'll do it. But cosmos is so compassionate, it gives you such a strong sufferings which can never be answered, solved by the outer solutions. Then no other way, with lot of reluctance, slowly you lower the bridge again. The other side, he is just sitting with a smile and waiting for your bridge to land, and he says, okay, come on, let's start the work again. Where we left, 7th lesson, start the 8th. And again the energy, expansion, ecstasy, everything starts flowing towards the bridge, through the bridge towards you, and next level of happening starts happening. Unfortunately, sometimes the disciple's side, it takes even few janmas, few births to lower the bridge, to put the bridge again. And fortunate are those who is able to put the bridge back again within few days. Intelligent are those who can understand the arrogant and cunning games of the mind and put the bridge back again, and
restart, refresh, reconnect with the Master, with the cosmos, so that all that flow of intelligence, expansion, ecstasy, everything starts happening. The flow becomes alive again. I tell you, completely destroyed. I tell you, fortunate are those who come back, put the bridge again quickly and start the process. Unfortunate are those who may need to wait for births and births and births. And most unfortunate are those who will wait for births, and when they put the bridge again, the Master will not be sitting there with the body. He will be without the body. He will be in the form of the formlessness, the cosmos. Then the process and the work, whole thing becomes too difficult. The difficulty becomes more. It's like trying to work with deities without having physical master. It's possible, but needs so much of intensity, takes so much of time, needs so much of tapas, means effort from your side. Same rut people are stuck. I tell you, surrender is the one thing. Even an incarnation goes on learning. There is no end. Nobody can say, I surrendered. No, I am surrendering. But surrender is a process which you can't become master, or which you can't say you learnt it. It is learning, learning, learning. Only in surrender, the process is the master. Nobody else can be the master.
Listen carefully. The first, innocent surrender. Please understand. I am not saying ignorant surrender. Ignorant surrender means you do not know what is surrender. You do not know to whom are you going to surrender. You do not know what is going to happen after that surrender. You do not know what is going to happen if you don't surrender. You do not know the original concept of surrender. Just trying to throw away your responsibility in the name of surrender is ignorant surrender. Innocent surrender means you know everything and you don't have insecurity inside about going through this path. That is innocent surrender. Understand the difference between these two. I'll explain. I have seen the hypocrisy of human beings in any ton level. People come and tell, Swamiji, I surrendered everything at your feet. In the end of the one-day program, during energization, please cure my cancer. I tell them, all right, stay for 2-3 days, I'll heal you. No, tomorrow morning I have to go for my work. See the stupidity. No, I surrender to you, you heal now and send me for my work. Extreme hypocrisy. Here, the person doesn't know what is surrender, doesn't care about what is surrender. He is using the word for some bargain. Innocent surrender means you have a thorough idea what is surrender, to whom are you surrendering, what will happen after that, what will happen if you don't, what is the right context, everything. You know the whole thing, and You do not have the fear of transformation it is going to bring inside you. Understand? You do not have the fear, the transformation it is going to bring inside you. What is exactly you are afraid? With surrender, suddenly your own taste about life may change, which you are afraid of. Oh God, I may suddenly start liking something else. Then what will happen to all the things for which I worked for 10 years? What will happen to that house which I brought designing, which I built designing every room? What will happen to the car which I bought enjoying the mirror, side mirror, front mirror, clock, these, that, so many things? What will happen to all that? Suddenly my desires may change, my fears may change, my thinking may change. Understand? When you mature, your desires do mature. If you decide your desires should not get matured, you stop your maturity. With surrender, the first thing you will experience is your desires and fears will get matured. And they will completely disappear. That is different. That is the ultimate experience. But the moment you start practicing surrender, your desires and fears will start getting matured. Your anxiety, your fear, whatever emotions with which you are struggling, your incompletions, all these will start getting matured. You may not have incompletion with the people who are living with you or with the day-to-day life. You may have incompletion with incompletion itself, that why I am not able to complete you. That can never be equated to the incompletion you are having with the next person because she did not smile at you or he did not smile at you, they did not respond to you, they poured water on you. Your incompletion about they poured water on you is totally different than your incompletion that why still you are not able to complete. I can say here, even your incompletion and anxiety has become more matured. See, ultimately this incompletion will disappear. That is experience. But even maturity shows the growth. The moment you start practicing surrender, the first thing will happen to you is maturity in your desires, in your anxiety, in your fears, in your greed, in your everything. I tell you, live with the people who are matured. You will love the life. You will love the life. This whole prayer, you see, such matured prayer, matured surrender. If you are surrendering to somebody to save your life or to have 2 square meal, it is stupid surrender. You are becoming slave. If you are surrendering to somebody, asking for enlightenment, leading you to beyond coming and going, birth and death, that is matured surrender. Even in surrender, there is maturity. The context, understand? That is why I always insist. Some people use me only as an orphanage head. Very few use me as the head of a monastery, Guru Maha Sannidhanam. Understand? Your surrender, your fear, your anxiety, your desire, everything will get matured the moment you start practicing surrender. Surrender smokes out all your hypocrisy. It just smokes out all your hypocrisy. You simply know what is hypocrisy. You simply know why you are hypocrite. First reason why you are hypocrite is the fear implanted in you by society about your desires getting matured. I have seen people telling, oh, I'm afraid to come to the ashram. I may just settle down there. Hey, you think then we are all fools? You are blessed if your desires can get matured and you can settle down here. It's only the people whose desires were matured can settle down here. Otherwise, I have enough bhuta preta ganas to pour water on you and kick you out. The moment you say, I'm afraid to go and attend inner awakening, I may stop drinking, it means what? Fear of your desires getting matured. It is exactly that warm feeling. Oh, if I become butterfly, where will I get my food? How will I protect myself? I heard many big worms will try to eat me. Hey, just become butterfly. All these problems won't even exist in you. Making your old problems redundant, not solving. Redundant is renunciation. They just become redundant to your life. The more and more practice of surrender will more and more smoke out the hypocrisy with which you are hugging. Cuddling with hypocrisy is not cute. Understand? Hypocrisy is not cuddly bear. It is cuddy bear. Not cuddly bear. Cuddy bear means the bear going to bite you. Don't cuddle
all of us listened to Swamiji's own experience with his Guru, Arunagiri Yogeshwara, where Paramashiva himself manifested as ultimate Guru. He himself manifested as ultimate disciple, as Swamiji, and showing us what is an ideal Guru-disciple relationship is like. This is the essence of today's day. This is the essence of the program. This is the essence of all of our lives. Because having Paramashiva as our Guru, we don't need to look any further. Just experiencing, building your inner space to experience that surrender, Sharanagati, is what all of us have learned today. So hope all of you enjoyed the day and hope all of you got to learn a lot of powerful cognitions today. This brings us all to the conclusion of our 20th day of the program. And tomorrow we welcome every one of you to join us on the 21st day. And tomorrow is very, very special because we have the Nityananda Purnima celebrations tomorrow. So do join us. The program will be starting from 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time onwards. Hope all of you had a good day today. And let us all conclude our session by offering our gratitude to Swamiji and concluding with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavat Shri Nityananda Paramashiva Padukarpanamastu Om Nityanandam. Thank you all, Nityanandam.